Welcome then, the Charity Cup once again comes to Naples as Napoli host Real Madrid here at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. Napoli fell on Matchday 1 to the FBC5. Real Madrid drew at Dortmund. If it's anyone's game tonight, they both need 3 points, but a draw would open this group wide open as the 15-time Champions League winners take on the champions of Italy. This could be a cracker. Well, Napoli have been in and about over the past few seasons. Antonio Conte's really brought them back to the top of the Italian pyramid. But Alex Meret starts in goal. Oliveira, Buongiorno, Ramon, Di Lorenzo, McTominay, Lobotka, De Bruyne, Neres, Lucan, Cucu and Politano up front for Napoli. Well, it's a bit of a tongue twister, their line-up tonight, but keep an eye out for Scott McTominay. He's now been nominated for the Ballon d'Or, which he probably wouldn't have said if he was going to be, if he was still at Manchester United. Real Madrid, full of talent, full of Ballon d'Or nominees, even though not really acknowledged by the Los Blancos. Carlo Ancelotti then. Keep an eye out. There's been a bit of rotation. Courtois, Mendy, Rudiger, Militao, Alexander-Arnold on the right back, Modric, Tchouaméni and Bellingham, Vinicius Junior, Mbappe and Rodrigo up front. The same usual front three that played Dortmund. Oh, big night for Romelu Lukaku. Jude Bellingham too. Here we go then. Well, the 2-2 draw at Dortmund at the Bernabeu was an opener that Real Madrid probably wouldn't have wanted or expected. Julian Brandt and Guriassi that night being their trouble. But here we go then. Brought all the way forward. Napoli on the counter already. Neres. Trying to find McTominay, but he's a bit too high. Modric. Brought to Mbappe. Giovanni Di Lorenzo gets in there. Romani now on the ball. Well, Napoli do look dangerous. They look very, very dangerous. Coming up next season in the Champions League. And here's Kevin De Bruyne and Courtois. Safe in the knowledge that that was going to his gloves. Modric. And I think he is pleased that Fiorentino Perez said one more season in the Charity Cup before he go off to Milan next season. This will be his last appearances in the Los Blancos white. Lukaku headed down for Politano. Di Lorenzo fouled by Ferland Mendy. And well, there's going to be a yellow card from the referee. Probably the right call. We have seen some interesting refereeing decisions so far in this Charity Cup, especially the other night at Inter Miami and Paris Saint-Germain in Group D. Penalty decision that didn't really go into Miami's way. Brought forward. Lukaku trying to beat Eder Militao. Doesn't quite happen. Bellingham. Occasionally first 20 minutes here in Naples. Mbappe on the ball, brought to Modric and Oliveira. Good little defensive block. Lukaku to right to Lobotka. Matteo Politano. Kevin De Bruyne brought back into play again. Ferland Mendy careful, he's on a yellow card. Courtois. Militao. Brought back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. The free transfer from Real Madrid very much angered Liverpool fans. Well, I think Liverpool will do just fine without him. Here's Rodrigo now streaking down the right-hand side. Brings in Mbappe. Mbappe inside the box. Buongiorno gets it and clears it away. Lukaku. Down for David Neres. Former Ajax man. Knows a bit about playing Real Madrid. That famous 2019 UEFA Champions League run. Here's Scott McTominay. Here's Lukaku. It bounces dangerously and clear by Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's a high boot by Lobotka, and, well, surprised the referee didn't actually give a foul for that one. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Lobotka trying to play in Lukaku. Lukaku picks up the ball anyway. And here's Romelu Lukaku now in lots of acres of space. Lukaku! 1-0 to Napoli, and Real Madrid are behind already. Naples roars like Vesuvius. Romelu Lukaku scores again in a big game on a big night, and Real Madrid are stunned. I think I also meant Etna instead of Vesuvius. My Italian volcano knowledge is limited by, well, A-level geography, which I didn't do very well in, so forgive me on that one if you're Italian. Giomedi, Rodrigo. Real Madrid kick us back off one underway. Rodrigo trying the shot, and Lobotka gets in the way. Vinicius Jr. gets past Buongiorno. Vinicius Jr. It's 1-1. Real Madrid back level. A big goal for the Brazilian, and a goal when he needs it most. Vinicius from inside the box, smashed it past Meret. And well, Real Madrid back level in with a shout. It wasn't too long. Well, the last two meetings between these sides were in the group stages of the 2023-24 Champions League. Remember, Real Madrid won that at Wembley on June 1st, 2024 against Dortmund. Dortmund, of course, also in this group. And Neres was just offside. It was tight, but quite enough to stay on side. Alexander-Arnold to Bellingham. Rodrigo. Brought forward again by Rodrigo. Bellingham. Mbappe. Boy into Modric. Modric, what a save, Meret. What a save by Alex Meret. That is a brilliant stop. Real Madrid one last roll of the dice in his first half. Vinicius. Mendy. Chipped in for Modric. Can't quite get there. Mendy. Brought back, half-time whistle blown. Well, it's all been a bit of a cagey affair. 1-1 at the break. Alex Meret with some superb saves. Vinicius Jr., though, levelled the tie. But at the half-time break, Napoli 1, Real Madrid 1, half-time in the Charity Cup. Well, if you're wondering what this result would do, if it stayed the exact same for the next 45 minutes, Real Madrid, it would probably stay exactly the same as it would as we started. FBC5 on top, Real Madrid in second, Dortmund and Napoli staying in the same spots. Here's Scott McTominay, thrown to the floor by former Premier League man Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was weird to see Trent in a Los Blancos white. Brilliant play by Rodrigo. Here's Jude Bellingham. Great save, Meret. That's a brilliant stop down low. Bellingham went to the near post and, well, Merritt read it very well. Hasn't quite happened for the Italian keeper on the international stage with Gianluigi Donnarumma. Donnarumma looking to move out of Paris and maybe go to the Premier League. Here's Lukaku. Neres. Oliveira. Romelu Lukaku. Left to Neres on the left-hand side. And Lukaku picks it up. De Bruyne! What a save! Courtois! De Bruyne's there again! Neres! It was a pinball machine in the box, but Napoli have got a second. And Los Blancos are behind again. He cannoned off the defender. And Neres just the cutest of angles. Off the underside of the bar. A good finish from David Neres. Right place, right time for the Brazilian. Here's Mbappe trying a long-range strike and Merritt with a good save. Napoli just need to see out the next 30 minutes. They don't need to do anything risky, nothing silly. Here's Scott McTominay. Down the left-hand side, Neres playing it for Lobotka. Here's Lukaku now, on a run. Romelu Lukaku, side netting. Well, Federico Valverde coming on for Luka Modric. Well, Valverde, the captain. He's off the captain's armband off Modric. Like-for-like change, midfielder for midfielder. Some are arguing why Valverde wasn't starting in the pre-match build-up. Ancelotti would no greater media scrutiny than Real Madrid. Mbappe bringing it forward. Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe 2-2. The Frenchman does it again for Los Blancos. Weaved his way through. One-on-one with the keeper. Smashed it home. Real Madrid and France's number 9. Does it again. Well, it means everything's back level again. Remember, Real Madrid had to go to the FBC5 on the last match day. A big result there. Have to remember their Charity Cup last year when Real Madrid went to the FBC5 in Warsaw, and well, that is quite a tough challenge by Buongiorno, and that might be a red. It is a red card. Napoli are down to 10 men, and there's not much you can really argue about it. The silly challenge on Kylian Mbappe, and we're going to have a free kick right outside the box. No Okafor coming on for Metropolitano now. Looks like Conte's going to switch to a back 5, try and defend this as best he can. Rodrigo with the free kick. Trent standing over it too. Here's Rodrigo. Trying it, Merritt. And Rodrigo went to his left side to try and shrug off Merritt, but it was quite straight at him, if you might argue. Corner for Real Madrid with 15 to go. Rodrigo whipped inside. Militao, Romani clears. Rodrigo to Vinicius. Antonio Rudiger. Valverde, Militao. Can't quite get it goalwards. De Bruyne. McTominay play forward to Oliveira. Neres to Lukaku. McTominay. Played over to David Neres. Napoli looking to steal it. Neres. Corner for Napoli. 10 to go. Well, the steely-eyed Italian Neres whips it in. Valverde, McTominay. Still there, McTominay. Almost had it. Not long to go here for Napoli. They'll try and break down Madrid again. Neres, great feet, get past Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Neres can't get it past Courtois that time. Well, it's another dull draw for Real Madrid. It stays this way. Napoli have a crucial point that they'll take that final match day against Dortmund. This is truly one of the exciting groups. Here's Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Inside the box, finding Lukaku. McTominay. Punch clear. Lobotka. Bellingham in the back, but now Jude Bellingham's forward. Vinicius Jr. One last attack for Real Madrid maybe. Vinicius. Brought to Mbappe. Mbappe. Great stop. Merit again. And Noah Okafor clears. Napoli hold on for a 2-2 draw in the Charity Cup. All over here in Naples. And we go to the final match day. Dortmund and FBC5 await. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.